Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay,
I'm Craig.
Yeah.
and a lot more things have been happening in free agency. Some of which aren't really new, it's just the teams we haven't talked about yet, but some are pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Guess this week we're going to start our week off in the AFC East. There's been some interesting things moving around over there.
We're going
Miami
down
has gotten
south.
rid of everybody.
Going
They
down
just
south.
decided that having players doesn't matter. We'll just get rid of them all, and hopefully the guys that come in can.
I'm sure the plan is to add on as we go, get some babies in there, get some.
Well, I think the
veterans
biggest
in
thing
there.
is they really went all in last year and didn't really work out.
Shit the bed. Yeah.
think
I mean,
he got hurt.
That's
and
not even a
stuff.
lie. They just didn't. They don't do well in cold weather.
I mean, that was
Well,
ridiculous.
it's a
so-
damn shame that the playoffs happen in January.
Well, they are from Miami, and that was
Yeah,
like
and if
really
you will
cold
have to
in
get the
Kansas
hell over
City. Yeah, you was home in the heat, right?
I wasn't getting paid millions of dollars.
Whatever. Some people
My
got
ass would
hurt
be in
too
a
last
wetsuit.
year, right?
well, they did have injuries, but who doesn't have injuries in January?
I'm just
I mean, they have a lot of injuries,
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
especially on the defensive
Welcome to
end.
Tennessee. We
But
always
that's what
have
I'm saying.
injuries.
Like you have all them injuries on the defensive end, and that really hurt y'all. And you got to the point where they pretty much had no pass rushers. So we're gonna get rid of Christian Wilkins. We're gonna get rid of Emmanuel Ogba. We're gonna get rid of Xavier Howard.
Yeah.
We're gonna get rid of
Jerome
Jerome
Baker.
Baker. Like, so
So
we're
they-
just gonna get thinner.
Well, I also think those probably were cap casualties because they spent. Like, remember they went and got Jalen last year.
Yeah.
They also paid that big contract to Tyreek.
Yeah.
They got a whole bunch of. They got some other pieces too, but I mean that's probably what they couldn't afford to keep all those people on for the cap casualties. And let's be real, there should be some depth. I mean, they still got Phillips coming back next year, and it's not totally horrible. I mean, they signed Jordan Poyer, got Shaq Barrett, and then they also picked up Kendall Fuller.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they replaced the cornerback, replaced their linebacker, and brought in
They got
somebody in safety.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But when you need depth, and you basically just replace what you love, now you're back in the same
I mean,
position.
there might
you
be
were
some
before.
rookies they're looking at. I mean, you never know.
I
The
mean,
draft
maybe
is
they're
And
planning
coming
on
up.
going
truth be
drafting.
told, we only a week out of free agency.
That's true too.
That's true too.
So like we got until the season starts. Technically until you can longer trade people.
Yeah. It's just Kristen Wilkins. I can't believe they let him go.
They probably you see what he signed for, they couldn't match that.
No, that's true.
What he signed for?
A lot.
Like 5 years, 110 mil.
Something like that.
Where did he go?
The
Raiders.
the Raiders, Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
So
trying to put Los Angeles, but yeah.
yeah,
Las
so like
Vegas.
he got paid.
Yeah.
But honestly, what they lost and what they regained, I'm gonna say it's
So you think they're about even?
yeah.
So we'll
Who's
see how they
personally,
are next year.
in my personal opinion, Buffalo did worse.
I will agree with you on that.
Okay.
I mean, because obviously we just had
Yeah,
Jordan
Jordan
Poyer
Poyer.
from Miami. So
Yeah.
they lost Jordan Poyer. Gabe Davis, which was their only receiving threat outside of Stephon Diggs. Tre'Davious White, who was their best cornerback.
Yeah,
Mitch Morris is one of their best linemen.
Yep.
And then Naeem Hines, like, James Cook started coming on, but, like, them not being able to run the ball. It's like,
So you think they got rid of him to get a better running back though?
maybe.
I mean, possibly because what they've always needed is to have a run game. When James Cook started frying, you saw that opened up more stuff for Buffalo to be able to be more explosive.
We've given this credit to them that because they're Buffalo, they're built for cold weather. Where?
Yeah.
Like, cold weather teams run the ball and play physical defense. Like,
Y'all
don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what you do. You throw the ball in every down. Like, they are not, but I know they're the Buffalo Bills, but they are not set up to be a cold weather team.
And to speak of this, you also I've heard this week Stephon Diggs been out here saying
Really trying to get out of there.
Yeah.
I feel like he's been
He
trying
been
to get
trying to
out
leave
for
for
a
like
while.
2.5
Yeah,
years.
he gave. I think last year
So
was.
where you think he's trying to go?
I mean, there was always rumors saying he wants to go be with his brother. They said his brother wants him to come down there.
And I'm also hearing rumors that he wants to go to
We got
Washington.
rid of
because he'll be
Gallup,
coming
right?
home.
Gallup's gone yet.
Gallup's gone. So that's what I'm saying.
Y'all
He
ain't,
still hasn't really signed. He's still doing visits, right? Gallup?
yeah, but nobody.
No.
They gonna pick him up. He'll get picked up.
Okay,
Yeah, he'll get
yes,
picked up, but it's
he'll
not
get
like
picked
people
up,
are
but
like,
he's
oh,
not.
God.
He's not going to get
Michael
signed for
Gallup.
some like 3-year, $30 million.
No, he can get a little wishy washy. Like sometimes
yeah.
some of the catches he'll catch are amazing, and then some of them you're like
But he
right in his hand.
yeah,
he'll
he's
drop
ebbs
them,
and flows, man.
Yeah,
he
you can't.
goes, but
And
there's
the
so
more you
few and
need
far
him to
between.
catch it, the
the less
better
likely it's
chance
going to
he's
happen.
going to drop it. So
Or he just won't get open the entire
Yeah.
game. It's
Yeah, he'll be gone for 4 games in the season, and all of a sudden have a great 4-game stretch. You're
yeah,
like,
and then like where this,
Yeah,
and then,
so-
but then like I said, but when you really like, okay, this is it.
yeah,
We need this one right here.
No, he's not going to do it.
no.
And I mean, I kind of feel like that. I mean, even then, Buffalo losing Gabe Davis was kind of getting the same way. He had that one season when him and Stephon first got there together. Like the first season they played together, it was dynamic. And then since then, Gabe Davis has been very like I get him a lot in fantasy. He very
Yeah.
no shows. Like
Oh, for sure, yeah, like because you'll have one game, 3 receptions, 185 yards, 3
2
touchdowns.
times. You're
You're
like,
like,
damn. And then the next game is like he had 2 receptions for 10 yards. And you're like,
So,
are you
yeah.
for real?
So it means that the
wow.
great game is usually on your bench.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Or I didn't need it. Like everybody went off, so I didn't really need the game where I'm like, dude, I'm down by 15. I need you to give me 20. He ain't doing it. What the hell? Oh Lord.
Yeah. The animals also agree that Buffalo needs help.
They need a lot of help. Especially considering we've just seen that they choke anyway. So
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about
now,
choking.
well,
Mm.
now staying in the AFC East,
Yeah, the Pat,
the dynasty
it's crumbled.
has crumbled.
The king is gone.
No.
Yeah,
It's over.
It's been dead.
It's dead.
The
There's
king
no
is
emperor.
dead.
Yeah.
Ned Stark has been decapitated.
Yeah, his right hand man is gone. Like it's just, so we're just starting
I
off from the
mean, they
hand.
lost Mac Jones, but they're almost, as a Pats fan, you're almost like, thank God.
Yeah, Devontae
JC
Parker.
Jackson, I don't know what it is about the kid. He seems like he has good, he seems good, but it just seems like no team's really sticking with him.
Well, I think there has to be, besides his play on the field,
Character flaw.
yeah, there's something there because
he hasn't
the
shown
fact that
bad
he
play.
went to LA and got a bag, and then LA benched him for no reason, then gave him back to
Yeah.
the Patriots last year. So it's been quite weird, but I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. But I think also with their pickups, they got KJ Osborne, they got Antonio Gibson and Austin Hooper. Not necessarily
None of that
yeah,
makes you go, wow.
nothing's jumping
They
off.
need an entire defense. They need an entire offense.
But we also-
they need a quarterback.
But we also got, we also got to remember.
About 2 years.
Remember, we also got the rebuilding. Gerard Mayo's first year as the head coach.
That is true.
We got to give them.
At
Like,
least-
we're
at
so
least
used
2
to-
years. I think at least 2 years. You gave
Yeah.
like Carolina.
No, Carolina has horrible ownership.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So
like,
that's
a
different.
coach needs, I think, at least
Robert Kraft.
2
3
years.
years.
Yeah, I
Three,
mean,
yeah, tops. But
and
like,
so it's gonna be
I
some
mean, that's why
time.
Dable is getting the conversation because this will be 3 years.
3 year, yeah.
And
I mean, look good the first year.
they look good there.
Second
They
could
had
have been
a,
better.
Now things went. There was a lot of not, but like, I think you need to add by this point in time. But yeah,
I mean, I think New England's gonna have. I think their fans are gonna have to be real patient, and I think
I don't know how well they're going to be able to do it.
no, because
Are used to
let's be
winning now.
real. New England was nobody
Most of
until
them
the
don't.
'90s.
Most of them don't
Yeah.
remember that they were.
Yeah, they were
waste-
trash.
They were a placeholder
Yeah.
until the Tom Brady era.
So
And when you get used to winning, it's hard.
Yeah,
and they won
to get
for a
used to
while
losing,
through.
yeah.
They won
When you
for
got
over 20
people-
years.
You got people who was born with the winning,
Yep.
who's going
All
to
they
have
know-
to challenge. It's
All
gonna
they know is
challenge.
that.
It's definitely going to challenge.
I mean, I think
Real fans.
it's hurt a lot of players because you get quarterbacks and stuff now that are being considered like average for only winning a Super Bowl or two. It's like, well, no, that's not average.
Yeah.
You're a team like I mean, now if as a quarterback, if you're not winning Super Bowls, they're like you're not that great.
And
They
like,
won't even give you the time of day because
you
Tom
don't
Brady
have
has
a
said that
great-
if you can't even get one, like
most people can't get
a lot
one.
of great quarterbacks. never
But I don't think
Yeah.
people. I think people also don't have this honest idea of how hard it is to win a Super Bowl.
Well, and Brady had to come out and go, now that I'm watching it not on the team, I didn't realize that it wasn't a given that you're going to have good offense, good defense, and good special teams. Like, well, yeah, that's what everybody kept telling you. Part of your greatness is because they keep a
You
great
have-
team around you.
Yeah, it's the team.
You're not
game.
trying to win a Super Bowl with the 31st ranked offensive line.
No, you're not.
Like, that would never happen to them. That's
No,
why the
you're not.
comparisons were always like, let's be real. Like, take Tom Brady out of there and put Matthew Stafford, even Eli Manning, Jared Goff. You don't
Still
think
gonna
they
have
play a
range.
lot better?
Yeah.
You think if Peyton Manning gets in there, Aaron Rodgers is a better arm talent than Tom Brady. You don't think that they could have done better?
Are you trying to start all kinds of fights? Ain't shit.
Tell me Aaron Rodgers is not a better arm talent than Brady.
I'm not telling you. I'm not saying
I'm,
anything.
Anybody really gonna argue me on that?
I'm not.
I don't know. I mean,
That's a great segue. Speaking of Aaron Rodgers, we're going right to the Jets.
He trying to set
Uh-huh.
people up.
I mean-
I don't know.
Slight loss, Mekhi Becton, who has had some injury problems. Like, it sucks because they had line problems anyway, but Mekhi Becton has had some injury problems. And then Bryce Huff is a good pass rusher,
Yeah.
but let's be real, they had like 8 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really hurt about that loss, but oh boy, they have spent a lot of free agency trying to.
Well, what they're really trying to shore up that O-line, one, because they don't need their star quarterback going down again.
Yeah.
And-
it was a non-contact injury, but
But I mean,
But it was a non-contact. But what was he doing?
scrambling.
are they working on that field?
Yes, I've heard that it should. I'm not sure if they're gonna. They technically already changed it away.
No, go ahead.
They technically already changed it away from what it was, but now it's like a turf grass mix. But there was still a bunch of injuries last year.
Yeah.
And with the World Cup coming up,
Yeah,
they're going to be using football
real-
stadiums, and
real
basically
soon.
the World
Real
Cup said we will not play in if y'all don't have grass. So now all they, but it's, I mean, the World Cup's $1 billion industry. So now all
Everybody's
these
trying to grow grass.
Oh, we need grass.
No. They've already signed on.
They've already signed
they're
on,
all,
but
They've
they're
already
changing
agreed.
all
They're
the
all
stadiums
all
to
the
grass.
Dallas is gonna have grass when they play in there because they're doing some. It's going to be in.
Yeah, it's all going to be
Yeah,
grass
it's,
everywhere.
wherever they're playing, they're all going to be grass.
And
and
all
so
of the players have
they're
been
going
like,
crazy.
thank God.
I'm sure it's
But
Dallas, I'm pretty
but it's going to change back to the turf after the World Cup. They're not
Well,
keeping the grass.
That's probably going to see how it goes.
Stupid.
Probably. I wonder.
No, because the owners are being paid to change it. If the players can't pay.
Are they getting paid to change it back? Because I think that's
You
more
keep
work
losing
there.
$100 million contracts to knee injuries.
They should, but what we care about.
But John Simpson, Jack Hansen, and Tyron Smith. I mean, that's some depth, some dogs, and then just some depth.
Yeah,
That should help. And I heard Tyron Smith's contract is predecessed on playtime
Oh, really?
because he's injury
because
prone.
he's been injury prone.
Well,
You said Mike Williams, right?
I haven't brought up Mike. I haven't brought up anything outside of just their linemen now.
Oh, okay.
But Mike Williams added to a offense that already had a ton of weapons.
And I'm hoping that he come back from an ACL injury because he is a crazy. He's hard to defend 1v1. Well, the biggest problem was Garrett Wilson was the only person they could really get the ball to last year, but people were locking him up.
Because
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
the only one that
yeah. So now you give
So
him.
now you give him support, and I'm hearing that they might be going for Brock Bowers in the draft, which would give them a top tier.
you all right?
Why you want a Brock Bowers?
There was talk either we go on Joe Alt or Brock Bowers.
I
I would
would
prefer.
go Joel Alt.
We need Joe Alt, yes.
Yes.
But
You know Brock Bowers wasn't making it to the second round.
we gonna have to suspend our first round pick from Brock Bowers.
No, you need to go get Joe Alt.
I know what we need, but there's depth. We can still get a good lineman.
Yeah,
Look, y'all have been y'all don't know what it feels like.
Whisper, start yelling.
oh guys,
I'm actually
America.
I'm 80. I'm 85. I'm 80. I'm 80.
What
I'm
it
80
feels
year-
like. We know what. Well, you mean never to have a ring? No, I
They
don't
haven't
know.
been past one game in the playoffs since '95.
That's not true. We went to the AFC Championship.
No, them.
Oh.
That's,
Okay.
what? What you mean? You need
You
two
have
games?
not had more than one game.
Oh,
You have been one and done or two and done.
it's
Every
the one that-
y'all have made it to the Super Bowl since then.
Okay.
You have seen a Super Bowl more recent than she has.
Okay.
Why are we trying to bring up those?
Well, because he said we don't know
I
what it's
wasn't
like.
trying to put salt in the wound, so why
Well,
are you
he's
trying
like, y'all don't know what it's like. Like, to what? Not have the success you think you should have? I think we do.
You've had success.
I've got a quarterback that's being fought for the Hall of Fame that had to win a Super Bowl with a 31st ranked offensive
I
line.
have a
How
sibling
bad
that
do you
wasn't
think-
alive.
You have 3 siblings that weren't alive.
The twins
Were born
they
after
were
it.
born after it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So we get you.
yeah.
But
I'm just saying.
You were talking about the Jets.
and
Yeah.
well, back to the Jets.
Like,
Speaking of Giants, man, Tyrod Taylor, I think that's a solid backup. I mean, we had a lot of our team took a stride when Tyrod Taylor took over.
So
Like part of the reason we're not a top 5 pick.
So, whose backup do y'all have right now?
Tommy DeVito.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
But they're getting a quarterback in the first round.
We don't know that.
We're not gonna get him.
Yeah, they don't get a quarterback.
Other
So,
quarterback.
one, I'm
No.
hearing that the Patriots like JJ McCarthy. The Vikings just made all the moves, which we'll get to that in a second. That's right. That's the thing we're getting ready to talk to.
Somebody should get that pretty one. What's his name?
Sam Cashman.
He's so pretty though.
But
She doesn't agree.
yeah, Tyrod Taylor definitely, because like they just need somebody that can make a defense have to respect that they can throw the ball back like deep.
They're
As they
praying they
keep
don't
running-
have
running
to go
game.
to their backup quarterback this year. I
Mhm.
know everybody's.
But there's a reason not having to drop to Zach Wilson is a big boost.
New York, they got rosaries all out, don't they? Like,
I mean, the Rodgers plays, they could be nasty. You got a draft coming in. They've added some stuff. They already had a productive offense. They already had pieces on the offense. They had a dog defense. Rodgers plays, they should be good. But again, this is the same conversation we had last year.
I was ready for it last year. So
Last year we was
that was
ready
very
to go.
disappointing. It was bad.
But
We move it on.
now, moving from the
Moving
AFC
right
to the
along.
NFC, we're going to hit the North because we did the NFC East last week.
Okay.
First off, we're going to start off with those Detroit Lions, the NFC North champions of last year. Game away from the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they were.
no, they were getting away from the Super Bowl.
Game away from the Super Bowl. That's right,
I
they
bet.
did.
Yeah, they were
Green
in
Bay
the
was a
cha-
game away
yeah.
from the and they really had it. Like,
I disagree with whatever. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
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 all
yeah.
right, yeah.
but no, they really had it and let San Fran come back. Kind of just got greedy.
Stop
but
riding the ball.
I mean, they only lost Tracy Walker and CJ GJ, which, that sucks. Yeah, DJ Reader, Davenport, Carlton Davis, Meek Robinson, kind of fill in those places and give yourself a little more help. Give Aiden Hutchinson more help.
Yeah.
On that defensive line.
They want more for just defense for right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just all defense.
They need
They'll
people.
probably
They
get
need
draft
people. They
young.
need people to take that defensive line. Like Aiden Hutchinson was getting some pressure, but they need somebody else to be able
eat up
to kind of push the middle of that line back
Mhm.
to be able to. So Aiden's coming around, it gives him more time. Yeah, their cornerbacks weren't, but quarterback play wasn't bad. It's just they wasn't.
But I think if a more consistent, versatile pass rush could
I
help. with
think
that.
coach decisions was the reason
Well,
why they lost a few games. So you
Like,
can keep
'cause, I mean,
piling
we
whoever-
like ballsy coaches, but you gotta. How many?
Well, you
times
live
is
and
your
die
ballsy
by that.
decision
You
gonna
need
blow?
to know when to
But
kick
when
a
your
ball.
ballsy decision fails, you go ahead and just let it go.
Kick
You
the
don't go
ball.
back
Those
and balls
are-
up twice.
Those are points. And so I'm just saying, those are points.
Yeah.
And so I hope we learn our lesson.
No, that's
for
very
next
true.
year.
But I think also at the same time, when you're there and you're riding that high, and you're like, what's gotten you here is,
It's more than one game I felt like they lost because they wouldn't just go ahead and kick the ball.
well,
Yeah.
the one game they did lose was the one that mattered the most.
Okay,
But
so
see,
we
during
agree.
yeah.
That Dallas game,
They should have
if
won
they-
that the regular season.
Oh, was that during? They didn't play him in Thanksgiving. When they play him?
that wasn't they
No,
lost
it was after
Thanksgiving.
that was when
They lost to Green Bay when Green Bay came in and stomped them. Yeah.
They munched on them. But yeah, I guess we'll see in Detroit.
No,
The Vikings,
the Vikings, the team that everybody thought should have been the favorite,
Kirk
have no
Cousins.
quarterback.
No, they don't.
Kirk Cousins is an Atlanta Falcon.
Dirty Bird.
Dirty word.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. That's true. You're right. I mean, and then I'm still laughing that they went all in on Alexander Madison last year
Because I'm sorry,
because he was not better than Dalvin Cook.
better
Better than Dalvin Cook. And now you released him.
because he's not.
Yeah.
Where did he go?
I don't even know if he signed
No one
anywhere.
signed. He gonna get signed. He's not that bad.
Yeah,
No.
he's not that bad, but he's not great. Oh, kind of thing. I'm hearing there's talk that we might get Zeke to add more of a physical.
Yo
running
get
back.
beat. He's just going everywhere, ain't he?
Singletary will be our
Why you
speed back.
making
Zeke will be our
faces?
power back.
Because Jay likes to get his hopes up, and I don't want him to get let down.
Well, I also heard we might be going for Corey Dillon.
Corey Dillon.
Not Corey Dillon. From Green Bay.
He re-signed. No, you're not.
Well, there you go.
Okay, well that wraps that up.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but I guess Minnesota has a quarterback in Sam Darnold. But I'm just San Francisco
'cause
said he
KJ
throws the prettiest
Osborne-
ball they've ever seen. He was just, I mean,
I
think
throw the
about the
prettiest
teams he
ball.
played for.
If I was never getting hit and I'm sitting in practice, I'll throw the prettiest ball
Okay,
too.
but you've got to also think that Sam Darnold went from the Jets
to the
to
Panthers.
the Panthers. So how good do you expect them to be? It's like how much when Washington gets a quarterback and they don't do great, we don't super knock them. Why? Because Washington's trash, so we know they mess up quarterbacks.
Okay.
So they screwed his quarterback up. Darnold could have more in his tank, but I've heard that the reason they keep passing things around and like they picked up Aaron Jones, so they got a running back and all that.
You got rid
But
of KJ,
I've
right?
heard that most of what they've done has been get draft picks,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hearing it's because they're trying to move up above us to get JJ McCarthy. So, that their quarterback thing. I hope they don't do that. I really
Look, there's enough quarterbacks to go around in the top 10.
I'm
Buddy,
not wasting a top 10 pick on Joe Milton or Michael Penix. Michael Penix had the best offensive line in the league and was still getting hurt.
hey,
Well, not in the league, but in college football, and was still getting hurt.
guess what? You're going to take
What,
what's
we gonna
ever
get
there.
Bo Nix?
Any of them
top
gotta
10
be
pick.
better than Daniel Jones.
Bro, anybody you just named
It's better,
is better
than
than Daniel Jones.
Not if Penix is in a body cast.
Well, then, God bless. But and even then, he
Well,
probably
guess
better
what?
than Daniel
Then
Jones.
you need to fucking sell the farm in New York to make sure you get a goddamn quarterback.
Harsh words.
I think we can wait in the second round.
Well, then you take what's there.
You will get a second round.
Yeah, I think, but like Joe Milton will be there in the second round. Bo Nix may be there in the second round. Michael Penix might be there in the
So
second
you
round.
think they get in the first round?
I'm hearing that
You
Marvin
get your
Harrison
quarterback in the second
Jr.
round.
might be
Falling
falling.
because he didn't do
Well,
a pro
and the
day.
top top
or-
4 or 5 guys went running back or went quarterbacks,
Okay.
and then the two teams that wouldn't, everybody's trying to trade with them.
Ooh,
So it's all quarterback guys that are going up. So Marvin Harrison might
might
drop.
fall to me. 7. You keep thinking like
Oh, that is you are only one behind us.
yeah, like I'm not that far behind you. So
But
there's
if it's not Marvin Harrison, if like whoever's at 4 and 5, if what is it, Arizona and the Chargers, are right in front of us, they're gonna go. They're
'Cause
gonna
what-
probably
who-
get
what's
Marvin
it?
Harrison, and we'll get
it's
Malik
Chicago Commanders,
Neighbors.
Patriots.
Patriots, Arizona, Chargers, Giants,
Okay.
Titans. But
Yeah.
we'll probably go Malik Neighbors.
I'm like far in the line.
Yeah, you guys won games, remember?
Yeah. It was totally worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
in a bigger splash than the Vikings, because Aaron Jones, okay,
Yeah.
But, Packers lose Aaron Jones because they pick up Josh Jacobs. Like,
yeah, I mean, he's
you're
the
like,
better.
who's going to upgrade from Aaron Jones? Josh
Jacob-
Jacobs. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Better
that's
back.
an upgrade.
better back.
And then, I mean, Xavier McKinney's what, a top 3, top 5 safety?
Yeah.
Top 5 safety for sure.
And you add him to a defense that was already pretty good. So, I mean, the Vikings set them up.
And that Vikings team, I mean, that Green Bay team
Green
is
Bay, yeah.
that Green Bay team is one of the youngest cores.
Period.
And they look.
And they
they came
good.
on strong.
A couple of
They got better
good-
as they went. They
a
look
couple of
pretty
plays
good.
going a different way, and there's a chance that the Lions were playing Green Bay in the NFC Championship.
And honestly, when you think about it, what the biggest problem was in Green Bay, even though Aaron Jones was there, but Aaron Jones was hurt a lot last year.
yeah,
They
He
needed
did
somebody
hurt
who
the
could
running
pound the ball and keep that pressure off of Jordan Love. And you got to respect their run.
Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs gonna make them.
you
Yeah, he's a
respect
tough runner. So
yeah.
that's going to
And
be.
then the physicality, because like you said, they re-signed A.J. Dillon, so now that just pounding away at you on top of having to get a back that can run you over, run around you, catch.
yeah,
Yeah, that
it's gonna
could
be a problem.
very
It's
problematic.
a big problem.
But we'll see. I mean, hot young team. They've done some stuff. Let's see what they do next year.
Now
The big talk
the talk of the division for them.
is them Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, Bears. I mean, you lose Whitehair. Oh, that sucks for the offensive line. You lose Eddie Jackson. Oh, that sucks. But you pick up Kevin Byard to shore up your safety, which they already had a better defense after picking up Montez Sweat towards the end of the year. That defense went from like trash to like top 10 in the last.
Yeah, because they were getting
games.
pressure. Yeah.
You add Kevin Byard. You add Jonathan Owens.
Yep.
Then you give Keenan Allen to sit there with DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet, and now Gerald Everett. And now we put Devondre Swift in the backfield to make sure that we have a suitable running game.
Do they still have who was their other running back they had last year back there? Oh, I can't remember
Montgomery went to Detroit.
his name. Yeah, it wasn't Montgomery.
I don't remember who was running for them.
Dang, it's terrible.
Ain't that a bitch?
Yeah. But yeah, no. But now they have that.
And then obviously you trade Justin Fields.
That's a little surprising. So like.
No,
No,
they're going. They're going all in.
Number one
To the
pick.
Pittsburgh, can't think them give Pittsburgh.
But he got traded. But he got
weird.
traded for a 6th round that conditionally can turn into a 4th round depending on.
You don't
next
think
year.
Pittsburgh taking them though is weird? Like
Not at all.
I don't.
because they have. Well,
Russell Wilson shows him the ropes, gives him a little bit of time.
I mean, he's been the starter quarterback for how long? Like what?
2 seasons.
2 seasons. I don't know. All right.
Look, also, if Russell Wilson signed for $1.2 million. Russell Wilson, if it ain't working, goodbye.
And I mean, like Chicago will give up Fields so they can just destroy
And
another
Arthur Smith,
rookie
like-
quarterback. Is that the plan?
Well, they built the
We'll
way
take
they built
another
this
rookie
team up.
I mean, the
quarterback
way they've
and-
built this team, I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
When
we'll
they got
see.
Justin
What's-
Fields, they
my
had
problem-
nothing but Justin
Yeah,
Fields.
so then you're gonna get another rookie, right? Who's need to figure it out. You don't think so?
We didn't just go over like the mass amount of people that they added to the team.
That's
to make it
not
a
what
real
I'm
team.
saying. It
But
doesn't take rookies time to.
That's very true, but
But I feel like you gave them
Okay.
weapons. You
now-
took Justin Fields when you had a complete from top to bottom trash team.
Okay.
I also don't think that I do think that Chicago did him a little bit wrong because they didn't invest in him that they're investing into these players now to set up for Caleb Williams. But
Well, okay, different GM, different coaching staff.
hang
Same
on.
old Bears.
No, this GM been here for
He's been here since last year.
last year was his first
And
year.
they've done a lot of adding even during the season to try to help him out.
That's true.
Eberflus started trying to get him to do more things. And I mean, he showed some production, but he just couldn't really...
but they fully believe in Caleb Williams. I mean, I saw his pro day yesterday,
Yeah.
and he looks the part.
Like I said, I used to feel like the Bears was my second team, and they've been disappointing for years. But all right,
Wow, your second favorite team is another NFC team. I didn't know that.
I love the Bears. They're gritty. I like that.
Oh,
And who am I like the Steelers? I can't like the Steelers and be.
Huh?
I don't think I could pick a team.
I can't do
in
it in
the
conference.
NFC.
I have an AFC and NFC
Yeah,
team.
there's
Well,
no way I could pick a team
congratulations.
in the NFC and be like, oh, that's my second team.
I like that. We don't really see the Bears that much.
And wait till
I
you
guess
do.
That's true.
I mean, eventually you.
I mean, I guess they've been
there's
bad
nobody
for
gonna be over Dallas. So
40
like,
years, so...
yeah, I mean, like, so
And then she sees Chicago in the NFC Championship for 3 seasons in a row, and they beat him.
Yeah, now that's going to change.
that's not happening.
You never know.
I know.
Oh, you don't believe you're gonna make the NFC Championship? I got it.
Okay.
Because obviously I don't understand what was so wrong. I mean, I was giving you the fact that you're gonna make the NFC Championship,
Yeah.
but you all of a sudden act like it's
Because I don't
blasphemous.
think Chicago's gonna get there. That's my point.
Well, my thing is with this man's offensive power
Okay.
is
It's
insane.
ridiculous.
They go Chicago and all.
He has
that.
2 1,000-yard receivers,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
1,000-yard running back.
What episode
And they've
is
got
this?
2 top 10 picks. So it's not just Caleb Williams. They're going to get a top 10
Episode
player
29,
to
right?
go with Caleb Williams.
I said they would play y'all in 3 future NFC championships. I
You
didn't
said
say
I don't think
I didn't say when.
Why,
All right,
why would
look,
I start?
okay, she's
when I
writing.
started-
She's writing that down now.
when
So
I
wait,
started
look,
lowering stuff, now
we're gonna be at 1,000. We're gonna be at 1,000 episodes. She gonna be like, remember episode 29 when you said episode 29? Like, yeah. So you know, like, but I mean, I think Chicago and the NFC North, Chicago definitely made the best strides to prepare
I mean,
For
For the
okay.
future.
for the future.
And I think having 2 first-round picks, one of them being the number 1 overall and being able to get the best quarterback out the draft,
Okay.
and then add another top 10 pick to him, plus a productive team that you put together. I think
Like
it's
if I
good.
was to rank the division right now based off of the moves that we see, what I would think, I would give Chicago pride. I put Chicago number 2 only because we, like you said, we don't know what a rookie's going to do. But I think Green Bay has definitely prepared themselves to move forward with that core they had and what we saw. They would be number 1 in my book.
we got to make sure that,
I would put Chicago 2. I put Detroit 3.
because I got to see.
Yeah,
sometimes those deep pushes when you fail crumble the team. It happens all the time.
And then at the bottom, No
Vikings.
sauce.
Yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, the Vikings at the bottom.
Absolute,
Yeah,
absolute
the-
trash.
Like that's just what it is for me. And
I mean, if you go back to the AFC East, Buffalo's supposed to have been the favorite. I think they're the fourth best. Well, no, the Pats are still in there.
Pats are on bottom.
But I definitely
Buffalo's
have the Jets
3.
number 1, Miami number 2,
Yeah.
Buffalo 3. Pats
Exactly. I agree
last.
with that. I agree with that. And honestly, I might put Buffalo at the bottom. I gotta give Pats props. They moved on from Mac Jones.
I'm not putting.
They
Buffalo
said,
at the
"Fuck this.
bottom.
We're like." So we know they're going for a quarter.
Jacksonville said, I have a fruit roll up. They said, take it. Pretty much what happened.
So I mean, I agree. I think though out of what we saw from these 8 teams we're talking about today, I'm definitely impressed with.
Who you most impressed with Chicago?
I think Chicago. This is the best I've seen a team try to prepare itself.
Yeah.
To move
Without
forward.
completely
Yes.
breaking the bank.
Yeah, it's the best I've seen a team do.
Because nobody has a massive contract either. So it's not like because you get like Washington has years where they'll go get all the top free agents, blow all their money, and then when they don't work, it's like, what do we do? Because now we're in cap trouble.
Yeah, a lot of these are like 2-year, 1-year deals.
Dear, just let's see if you'll work.
So, and then also like that's also in the NFC North. In the AFC East, the Miami, like we said, they let go of people, but they did re-sign some stuff to make kind of lessen the blow.
And we'll just.
That's just gonna.
And they
Miami, we
focus
got to
more
see him be more consistent.
Yeah.
They
than
focus
August.
on more defense.
This is Mike McDaniel's what, 3rd season with them?
Yeah.
So we're gonna see how he coaches them, how it goes.
Pretty
But
much, yeah.
and I really hope the Jets do what we thought they were gonna do last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Like,
So
I
like
mean, they showed that they could. I mean, when Zach Wilson got the hand out of his, got the ball out of his hand, got the hand out of his balls,
oh my god,
got the ball out of his hand, they won. Big things happened. The other people on the team did well, and that defense.
And the worst part is
they the ones that beat
I think they did
first. Yeah,
yeah.
mhm.
And it's just like
and we know that defense is
That
Jets
defense
defense is
is-
Jets
yeah.
defense.
disgusting. Their special
So-
teams is good. If their offense can function, which you like, because people are like, well, I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
The offense can
And
score
Aaron
3
Rodgers comes
touchdowns.
back as 20% of Aaron Rodgers. He's still 80% better than Zach Wilson. 20% Aaron Rodgers is better than 100% Zach Wilson. So,
We'll see.
yeah. That's all you can give him. So,
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
come back and we'll talk about 2 more divisions and see what they've added next week. All right, y'all. Talk to you next week. Peace.